Packing for home?
Oh, well, Mother's taking that interpretive yoga class at PVU. So, yeah. I thought maybe while her instructor's tied up in knots, we would have the whole house to ourselves.
The best laid plans. Tad can't make it for the taping tomorrow. He and Gloria are tied up. Snowed in up at the Sleepy Hollow.
Cozy. Well, we'll run a rerun. I know. How about the one on terrorist toys? You know, the hair-eating doll and the troll that spoke in 4 foul languages?
Our but a dim consumer's memory. No. We don't want to lose the momentum we got going with the Amanda Dillon story. So assemble a highlight reel. The best of the cutting edge. Clips from our highest-rated shows. A little glitz, a little true grit. You know what I want.
Well, yeah, but it'd take all night. I have to pull the tapes. I've got to screen them. I got to have somebody to help me edit them, and everybody's gone for the day, Adam.
You don't think I'm going to leave you to do this all by your lonesome, do you? No. I found somebody to put in a little overtime.
Hey, rested and ready to burn the midnight oil.
Jay, well, it's gracious of you to make yourself available.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to be on board.
It's just, look, I really need somebody who knows what they're doing. He's been 2 weeks.
I screened the last 100 shows. I'm up to speed.
I knew when I hired you I wouldn't be sorry. Well, I'll leave you to do it then. Darling, I won't wait up.
Randy, we're talking golden time for a few hours of work. Well, I can send a car for you. All right, look, you could be sick and miserable here, just like you're at home. All right, okay, never mind. Coward.
But no luck?
Oh, it's just half the staff is holed up with the flu, and the other half's intimidated by...
Well, our weather guy, he issued a local travel warning.
What does he know?
Well, it's bad weather. People will stay home, keep warm, watch TV.
What do you have so far?
Well, we could do like an hour of power. Showcase miracles that happen to everyday people. Something like that.
Shout, glory, hallelujah. I tell you, you missed your calling. You should have been a preacher, man.
Well,
Power.
Angels. They're like hot now.
Look, the devil is hotter. I want a show with sizzle.
Oh, okay.
Oh, come on. We can pull that one. You know, the one where the girl won her husband in the poker game, or the guy married the chick who ended up being a guy. Love stories on Rye. Rye? W-R-Y, you know, get it? Rye?
Yeah, I get it. Like Adam Chandler announces on-air engagement to Liza Colby. Rye.
Yeah, well, actually, we were going to save that for the anniversary show. Look, you know, why don't you go home, really? I mean, I can sort of get through this. And Rudy, when he comes in the morning, he can help me piece it together.
Well, I'd really like to see things through on this.
What's the point?
The point is, I always finish what I start.
Really?
Med school was kind of a lost cause.
Here. You know, I think that you should take a look at this career, Jake, because maybe show business isn't for you.
It'll do, for now. At least until I find something better that comes along.
Well, you know, actually, opportunity seems to be knocking. We got a call from City Labs. They needed a reference on you.
Oh, that was Mom's doing.
Yeah, I think both our moms need a hobby.
Yeah, well, she's got one. Well, 2, counting Tad. Anyway, I've decided to stick it out here for a while.
Really, why wallow in this wasteland? Why try to carve out a career in trash television?
Well, I don't think it's all garbage. Maybe I can make a difference.
Oh, I see. Jake Martin descends from his lofty perch to transform everything in his way. You know, I'll tell you something. I really don't want to be saved. I'm in love with my job, I'm proud of what I do. And not you or anybody else is going to tell me what kind of job I should do.
Oh, Liza, come off it. Don't sit there and try to tell me that this job doesn't affect you at all. I know it does. I saw you lose it at your desk this afternoon.
Where's Haley?
I'm fine, Dad. Never better. Thanks so much for asking.
What's that, a toddy?
It's coffee. Black. I'll pour you a cup.
No, I don't have time. Where's your sister?
You might want to sit down for this.
I don't have time to sit down. Where is Haley?
Maybe you should wait until Matt gets back.
Something happened to Haley?
Well, we don't know anything for sure yet, but Tanner flew Haley to Texas to surprise Matt. They never got there. The plane went down.
Went down? Where?
Well, so far they haven't been able to pinpoint a location.
Well, what's being done to find them? Who's heading up the search party?
Oh, Mateo talked to somebody at the FAA. I assume they're doing everything that they can.
You assume? Why wasn't I called?
Well, I didn't want to upset you unnecessarily.
Haley's my daughter. I have a right to know if she's in danger, if she's hurt. My God, she's got to be all right. She's got to be.
She is, Dad. I know she is. Look, why don't I get you something to drink?
No, I don't want anything to drink.
All right. You know, it is possible that the plane didn't go down after all. Maybe Haley and Tanner decided to alter their course.
Or change a flight plan in the middle of an ice storm?
Well, we don't know for sure that weather was a factor, and Tanner's an experienced pilot.
No, Haley would never take that chance. She hates flying.
Not anymore. Not since Tanner gave her her wings.
What the devil are you driving at?
Just that it's possible that Haley and Tanner altered their plans on purpose. Maybe they flew off into the sunset.
Are you implying that Tanner and Haley have something going?
It's not as far-fetched as it sounds.
Your jealousy of your sister at a time like this is in the worst possible taste.
I can see how upset you are, Daddy, and if all this worry is unnecessary...
So you're insinuating that maybe Haley has run off with her fiancé's best friend?
No one actually saw the plane go down.
I am endlessly reassured.
Why is the idea of Haley cheating on Mateo so outrageous?
If you were any judge of character, you would know your sister is madly in love with the guy she's engaged to.
Oh, believe it or not, people in love cheat all the time. Shall I name names?
Haley's missing, and your mind's on gossip. No wonder your life's so screwed up.
I'm sorry. I'm just so freaked out, I don't know what I'm saying.
I'm going to police headquarters.
Well, I'll go with you.
No, I don't have time to hold your hand.
Well, I just want to help.
Now then, just stay out of the way.
Oh, call me. You saw me?
Yeah, I was, out in the corridor. I was going to come in, but I didn't want to embarrass you.
Oh, you wanted to save it till now.
No, I didn't ever intend to bring it up.
Then why did you?
Why? Because, you know, you make me so mad sometimes.
Well, Jake, I had some bad news.
What? What was your bad news?
My cat, committed suicide.
Girl, I'm sorry. You just don't strike me as the cat-loving type.
He had a great name, Robespierre. Jumped from a roof. It was really tragic.
Okay. Mike Delaney gave you a pretty hard time, didn't he?
Look, he's entitled to his opinion.
And he read you the riot act, Liza.
Look, I don't want an instant replay here.
Okay, no instant replay. I'll settle for an honest response. He hit a nerve, didn't he?
Whatever you say.
Whatever. It's not what I say. It's what happened.
Reality is relative.
Why are you so afraid? What is it?
I'll tell you what I'm afraid of. Small minds. People with personal mottos, Life is fair. Honesty's the best policy, and let's see, what else am I afraid of? Anything covered in cheese.
Why do you find it so hard to owe up to just an honest emotion? It's very simple.
Well, okay. Answer me a question.
Okay.
What is the litmus test for honesty? What, you have to break down into tears every time there's a tragedy? You know, is that what guys want? Some girl who's just going to fall apart and break down into tears? Because tears are very dangerous things. You cry enough of them, they blur the boundaries. You don't believe me? You ask your brother.
But what's Tad have to do with anything?
Well, he didn't tell you?
No.
The last time that I showed my human side, I shed an honest tear, I was with Tad. Oh, and he was moved to get a divorce.
Hey, Tad did tell me about the night that you two slept together.
I don't want to go back there.
Well, he didn't say much. It was the day that you had to testify for the Laurel Dillon murder at Cutting Edge. I guess everything was kind of emotional.
Yeah, I was drowning in my own misery. Pulled Tad in by the undertow. It's nothing like Liza undone. And by God, vulnerable. How could you resist?
I know that woman. She helped me string lights on a tree once.
You know, that person, she gets out about as much as a distant sighting of the Aurora Borealis. I'm not Ace Jake. I break up relationships. I ruin marriages. I'm an accomplice to murders. My job's first, and I come last.
Look, I know you're not Ace, blah, 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 but you know what? You're not this heartless workaholic you make yourself out to be either. You're someone that's just probably somewhere in between.
Purgatory?
There's nothing wrong with being strong. And you don't have to be completely vulnerable either. You just have to be honest with yourself. And if you do that, that's all you have to do. Everything's going to fall into place. Bad move.
No.
I'm sorry.
Please. Don't be sorry. I'm not. Well, that was, right from the employee handbook. Initiating a media trainee.
Well, we can skip the initiation. I'm not all that green.
No, you are certainly not.
Look, Liza.
Look, you know, we're looking into really big overtime here. At this rate, we could be here all night.
Well, I wouldn't mind that.
Well, the pencil pushers might. You know, I don't know what the budget bottom line is for bonding.
Maybe improving employee relations.
Maximizing staff,
Morale.
yeah. You could sue me for sexual harassment, you know.
Yeah, well, I don't think so. I made the first move.
Yeah, but I'm in charge of the TV station. Some people might call me exploitive.
You want me to sign out? I could sneak back in.
Proving what?
Well, I'll be off company time, right? Oh, hey, come on, a man needs a break. What?
My dad used to say that when I was little. I used to crash his office, and didn't matter who was there or what he was doing, he would always say, "Gentlemen, please, a man needs a break." I was the most important thing in the world to him.
Well, he was right.
Well, yeah, I mean, my mother disagreed with him. She said that if he didn't fritter away his life playing patty cake, that he might have made a success out of himself.
He was a success.
Yeah, he made money. He was never going to make enough money to make up, though.
Make up for what?
Well, the fact that my mother didn't love him. He wasn't exciting. He was too old.
You loved him very much.
Yeah. More than anything. I used to love spending time together with him, like all alone, when Mom would have her, you know, tennis and painting and flamenco dancing. I think that was Alejandro. Yeah, there's always some guy attached, so.
Must have been tough.
Yeah, for Dad. I used to really like having our time, though. He'd let me make him dinner. I used to make him peanut butter and fluff sandwiches on toast. He was my best friend.
Yeah, and you were his heart.
I thought so at the time.
What, did something change?
Oh, I was 10. My mother was into sculpting, I think. It was Franco. I heard them arguing in the den one night, and my father wanted my mother to stay home. It was their anniversary. The last thing she said before she left was, "This marriage isn't worth celebrating." I just wanted to make him feel better, you know, so I sort of started trashing her and saying what an evil witch she was, and he got so mad. He got fists clenched and red.
He was embarrassed, Liza.
He told me that she was an extraordinary woman and that I should never, ever say a negative word against her.
It was because he was ashamed.
Yeah. I think he was.
I think he probably felt powerless at that moment, and he certainly didn't want you to see that.
Yeah, but you know what I saw? That she was his heart. And then he got me in the bargain.
Your father was in deep denial.
Yeah, he was. I think I knew that even then.
Which probably didn't make it hurt any less.
No, I cried a lot. And then, you know, shut down.
Ah, the beginning of the no tears policy.
Largely successful, I think.
Yeah, but false. Liza, you are your father's daughter. You use denial as your weapon of choice. You don't want to let on that you have feelings, so you tell yourself that you don't.
I believe me.
No, you don't.
Most of the time.
Less and less you do.
How do you know that?
Because I know you.
Yeah, you do. But how?
You're not so hard to understand.
No one has ever done it before.
Well, you're not so easy to understand either.
Well, you've managed.
I guess it's like perfect pitch. You either have it or you don't.
Well, is this your idea of crisis management? When the going gets tough, nuzzle with the office boy?
Well, you trained me well.
I'm not an office boy, thank you.
You're not a lot of things, Jake, including strategic to my daughter's needs and interests.
You have no idea what my needs and interests are.
Well, right now, darling, they lie in Virginia.
Excuse me?
Liza, what's keeping you here? Mere callousness or the urge to self-destruct?
What's in Virginia?
Possibly the remains of your stepdaughter.
But something happened to Sky?
What are you talking about?
You mean no one informed you about the fact that Haley's plane disappeared?
Oh, God.
Mother, I didn't even know she was going away.
She was in a tiny two-seater plane, and apparently it crashed over the Blue Ridge Mountains. Liza, what are you doing?
I'm calling Adam.
Well, he's gone with the search party. He's been gone for hours. Why don't you ever call home?
Well, he must be out of his mind, Mother.
Yes, and in need of his wife.
And where is he?
I don't know.
Well, somebody has to know.
Listen, young man, I'd like a word with you, okay? Just stay right here. I've always admired your parents, Jake. Joe and Ruth are so very high-minded.
And we all know how you value their ideals.
I'm sure they tried to instill their ideals in you and Tad. It's a pity they failed so miserably, isn't it?
It's nice seeing you, too.
You know, Tad, of course, was a born libertine.
Well, we can't all be as virtuous as you, Marion.
Of course, Tad probably couldn't help himself, could he? But then there was always hope for you, Jake.
Well, don't let that hope get out of hand. I spied your name on the steam room wall, but I've definitely decided to pass.
I wonder how your parents would feel if they knew their little boy was running after another man's wife.
Well, when they discuss sanctity of marriage, you're not the first person they call.
Let me be clear with you, Jake. Liza is not available.
It's not for you to decide, Marion.
You just stay away from my daughter, you hear me?
Are you worried about your daughter or your meal ticket?
Liza and Adam are happily married.
Oh, yeah, they're married. You're happy. It's close enough for you.
Look, I will not have you wreak havoc.
On what? Your cushy 5-star setup? You finally nail the life you feel or you think that you deserve, all at the cost of your daughter's well-being.
Liza is fine.
Oh, yeah, she's fine for someone that doesn't have any love in her life.
I haven't heard any complaints here.
There's no complaints. How can she complain? Her mother never loved her. How does she know what she's missed if she never had in the first place?
You are so arrogant for a med school dropout.
Doesn't take a brain surgeon, figure you.
Well, obviously you must have got my message. So I won't have to stand her taking any more of your abuse.